At the top of this hour, we're getting some breaking news. First Lady of the United States, Melania Trump's peace letter to Russian President Putin. Melania urges Putin to protect children. Ahead of the meeting, First Lady Melania Trump wrote a letter for Vladimir Putin, which Trump hand-delivered. The peace letter penned by Melania was read by Putin immediately upon receiving it. In that letter, the First Lady has urged for peace. And that's the breaking news that we're getting. First Lady of the United States, Melania Trump's peace letter to Russian President Vladimir Putin. Melania urges Putin to protect the children. Now, ahead of the meeting which happened in Alaska between US President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin, First Lady Melania Trump wrote a letter for Putin, which Trump hand-delivered. And the peace letter was penned by Melania, and it was read by Putin immediately upon receiving it. Now, in the letter, the First Lady wrote that every child shares the same quiet dreams in their heart, whether born randomly into a nation's rustic countryside or a magnificent city center. They dream of love, possibility, and safety from danger. So this is what Melania Trump had written in the letter that was hand-delivered to Vladimir Putin by Donald Trump. And India Today Global's Pranay Upadhyay is now joining us with more details on this. Pranay, we're learning that Melania Trump had written a letter to the Russian president, which was hand-delivered by Donald Trump ahead of the meeting in Alaska. Could you give us more details about what was written in that letter?
The letter written by Melania Trump, the First Lady of the United States, she raised the issue and plight of the children who are caught in the conflict zone of Russia-Ukraine war. And she said that every child shares the same quiet dream in their heart, and whether they are born, as you have also mentioned the fact about it. But the very crux of the letter is that they need to be protected. They are they are innocent, and they need to be protected in the conflict zone, and their rights should be protected. In protecting the innocence of these children, you will do more than serve Russia alone, and you will have served the humanity itself. So this was a personal letter written by Melania Trump to President Vladimir Putin, and personally hand-delivered by President Donald Trump when he received Russian President Vladimir Putin in Alaska summit. And this has been an issue, Anjali, between Russia and Ukraine, and during the Istanbul level of talks between Russia and Ukraine. This issue was also raised, and this has been an issue of allegations and counter-allegations as well, because the Ukrainian side raised this issue that personally the Russian forces have abducted children from the conflict zone, and they have been transferred to other areas, while the Russia countered these allegations, and they said that there are no substantive proofs, and children, if they fell into this thing, into a conflict zone, they were properly taken care by the Russian troops and Russian forces, and they are time and again they have been handed over to the Ukrainian side. And UN has also expressed its concern as far as the safety and security of the children in the conflict zone, and around 20,000 children. Ukraine says that Russia took around 20,000 children during the war, and they need to be returned. However, Russia countered these allegations that there are no 20,000 students taken by the Russian troops or kidnapped by the Russian troops. However, wherever a city that was taken over by the Russian troops in the conflict area, the children were not harmed, and they were properly taken care, and the medical requirements of the children are also being taken care of. So definitely this has been an issue in the conflict zone. UN has also raised its own concern, and that's why the First Lady of the United States has written a personal letter to to raise the plight and the issue of the safety of children, because as I mentioned, that she raised a very pertinent point made by Melania Trump is that it is not going to serve the cause of Russia or the children of Ukraine. This is for the cause of humanity. If these children are properly attended and they are taken care of.
Right, Pranay, thank you so much for getting us all those details about the letter written by the First Lady of the United States, Melania Trump, to Vladimir Putin.